the Septuagint Bible with Apocrypha, in English. Genesis, chapter 22. And it came to pass after these things that God tempted Abram, and said to him, Abram, Abram. And he said, Lo, I am here. And he said, Take thy son, the beloved one whom thou hast loved, Isaac, and go into the high land. Offer him there for a whole burnt offering on one of the mountains which I will tell thee of. And Abram rose up in the morning, and saddled his ass. And he took with him 2 servants, and Isaac his son, and having split wood for a whole burnt offering, he arose and departed, and came to the place of which God spoke to him on the 3rd day. And Abram, having lifted up his eyes, saw the place afar off. And Abram said to his servants, Sit ye here with the ass, and I and the lad will proceed thus far, and having worshipped, we will return to you. And Abram took the wood of the whole burnt offering, and laid it on Isaac his son, and he took into his hands both the fire and the knife, and the 2 went together. And Isaac said to Abram his father, Father. And he said, What is it, son? And he said, Behold the fire and the wood. Where is the sheep for a whole burnt offering? And Abram said, God will provide himself a sheep for a whole burnt offering, my son. And both having gone together, came to the place which God spoke of to him. And there Abram built the altar, and laid the wood on it. And having bound the feet of Isaac his son together, he laid him on the altar upon the wood. And Abram stretched forth his hand to take the knife to slay his son. And an angel of the Lord called him out of heaven, and said, Abram, Abram. And he said, Behold, I am here. And he said, Lay not thine hand upon the child, neither do anything to him. For now I know that thou fearest God, and for my sake thou hast not spared thy beloved son. And Abram lifted up his eyes and beheld, and lo, a ram, caught by his horns in a plant of Sebek. And Abram went and took the ram, and offered him up for a whole burnt offering, in the place of Isaac his son. And Abram called the name of that place, The Lord hath seen. They might say today, In the mount the Lord was seen. And an angel of the Lord called Abram the 2nd time out of heaven, saying, I have sworn by myself, says the Lord, because thou hast done this thing, and on my account hast not spared thy beloved son. Surely blessing I will bless thee, and multiplying I will multiply thy seed as the stars of heaven, and as the sand which is by the shore of the sea. And thy seed shall inherit the cities of their enemies. And in thy seed shall all the nations of the earth be blessed, as thou hast hearkened to my voice. And Abram returned to his servants. And they arose and went together to the well of the oath, and Abram dwelt at the well of the oath. It came to pass after these things, that it was reported to Abram, saying, Behold, Milcah herself too has borne sons to Nachor thy brother, Uz the firstborn, and Box his brother, and Camuel the father of the Syrians, and Chazad, and Azav, and Phaldas, and Jeldeph, and Bethuel begot Rebekah. These are 8 sons, which Milcah bore to Nachor the brother of Abram, and his concubine whose name was Reumah. She also bore Tabek, and Tom, and Tokos, and Mocha.